Hey everybody, thanks for watching these. This is another one for you married couples, those of you, or if you're thinking about being married or getting married, you're going to, or you want to get engaged. Here's just some practical, applicative advice for you for marriage. And so this one is effective communication. Communication is so important, and misunderstandings happen. They happen in marriages all the time. And so learning how to effectively communicate with your partner is incredibly important. So usually what happens, and this isn't always, but often in a marriage or married couples, there's one person in the marriage who tends to stuff everything, who tends to just keep things down, and then one day they just explode. And they weren't communicating. And then usually the other person is the one who is the communicator, and they'll try to pull everything out of their spouse. And so, and that's just normal. And then sometimes there's couples that are just both communicating. Some of them over communicate. I mean, it's, you name it. But communication is a key, and it has to be effective, and it has to be right and good. So if you are a person who stuffs everything in the marriage, you need to start communicating. You need to start, even when you don't want to, you need to start communicating how you feel and what you're feeling with your partner. Don't make your partner all the time pull everything out of you. It can be a little bit laborious, but they'll do it. But just start communicating. Make sure that you're communicating how you feel, what you're feeling, when you're feeling it. And if something is going on, stop and communicate with your spouse. Hey, I'm feeling like this, and get it out there so that you guys can talk about it and talk together about it. Trust me, they'll be glad you did, because they're probably tired of pulling everything out of you anyways when you're stuffing everything. And don't stuff things so much that you just explode and blow up. If that's your pattern, start working on that. When you start to feel frustrated, now is the time to communicate. So listening, listen to each other. Listen to what's being said. Empathy, feeling what the other person is feeling. Something's going on. After you've been married for a while, you know what your partner's thinking before they even think it. You know what's going on in them. You know how to stop and say, come on, let's communicate, So start communicating and be clear. None of this beating around the bush communication, always touching everything around it, but never saying what you really mean. Be very clear about it, and do it calmly. But just be clear, I'm feeling like this. Or be clear, I want to do this, or I want to pursue that, or I think we should, and just communicate with each other and be honest about your feelings. Be honest about your thoughts, what you're thinking about things. Be honest with your spouse. They're there to help you. They love you. That's what they're there for. So do this together and begin to work on it. If one of you is always running away every time discussion comes, or something you want to talk, and you're always running away, stop doing that. Come together, communicate clearly and effectively with each other, because this is really going to help you guys learn who the other person is, and it's going to smooth the relationship out. So take time to do that. Come together in prayer and communicate. So whichever one you are, if you're the one that's always pulling out, and you're tired of pulling stuff out, don't give up. Keep pulling those things out and communicating, and help your partner, who's the stuffer, to say, let's get this stuff out and begin to communicate about our feelings and our thoughts. So remember this, active listening, empathy, clarity, expressing your thoughts and feelings, getting that stuff out there to see your relationship smooth out a little bit, and break that pattern of stuff and explode, So hope that helps you guys. Get together, communicate more, be blessed in it, and we thank you for watching.